What up, JR Play Nation? I'm JoJo, and we here to talk about the NBA, baby. It's finally that time of the year where we got NBA and football. We gonna break down the season right here, right now on JR Play.
With 17, 16s, ain't doing nothing.
Alright, JR Play Nation, we back, and we're about to talk about the NBA, baby. Riz, hit me with our first topic.
Tell me what them Cavs been up to, man. What my boys talking about?
The Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the champions of the NBA, the team that gets to brag all year because they won the chip. LeBron James did exactly what he said he was going to do when he wrote that elegant, candid letter when he was coming back home to Cleveland, and it took him a lot less time than a lot of us thought it would, and that man brought home the chip just like he promised he would. Now everything in Cleveland is amazing. The state of Ohio has never been happier. Natives swear they the kings of England now, and even the Cleveland Indians are in the freaking World Series, so I think it's safe to say that your boy LeBron lifted the curse off of Cleveland, Ohio, at least for everybody except the Browns, because they're still fucking garbage. But what I really want to talk about is, will the Cavs do it again? Can they repeat, be back-to-back champions? That's the hardest feat right there. They still got Kyrie, they still got Love, they still got James, which is the best and most versatile player that you have in the league. So they can do a lot of things. You got J.R. Smith staying, you got Shumpert coming back, hopefully he's off of injury. You got that big giant Tristan Thompson that can rebound with the best of them. So this squad is pretty much still intact. They can do whatever they want to do, but they have one person standing in their way. Well, one team, I shall say, and we'll talk about that team real soon. But I feel the Cavs will be just as dominant as they were last year. I feel like they're going to be the #1 seed in the East again. It's going to go through Cavaliers country, the playoffs, and everybody else in the East is basically secondary. I'm calling the Cavs to have a 60-plus win season, get to the playoffs, basically coast all the way to the finals, and we'll see who they get in the end. Next!
New York Knicks.
New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks look a lot different than what they did last year, ladies and gentlemen. They got their boy Carmelo, Mr. Anthony, the boy that can shoot anywhere on the field. I mean, he's a phenomenal shooter, one of the best this game has ever seen. But he's still chasing that one thing, baby. That NBA championship. Now, will he get it? Hell no. Not this year. We know that. But the Knicks, Phil Jackson, and that other franchise has put together a much better squad than what he's had in years past. They got the new additions like Derrick Rose, who I'm calling to have a comeback season. I mean, he's got the rape, sexual assault charge behind him. All charges were dismissed in the civil suit. So he's got that behind him. That weight's lifted off of him. He's in a new city, new franchise, new organization. I feel like he is prone for a comeback if he can only stay healthy. If Derrick Rose stays healthy this year and is able to play at least 70-plus games, I think he will have one of the best years he's had in a very long time, and I'm rooting for him. Then you got Porzingis, the second-year pro, coming back, who had an amazing rookie campaign. I mean, the boy was good. He showed that he got talent, and he can be something good in this league in the future, so I'm going to give him that. Then they added my boy Noah, coming with Derrick Rose from Chicago, and everybody's counting Noah out there like, oh, what does everybody think Noah can do? He's getting up there in age. I can't wait for him to put on the New York Knicks uniform and show everybody that he still got what it takes, and he's still that gritty, grinding player that everybody loves to watch on that court. So I'm giving the New York Knicks are going to be the team that makes the biggest improvement from last season to this season. I think they got a lot of plugs that they can put in and make that team formidable. At least can be a challengeable team in the East, which they were nowhere near being last year. So I'm going to give the Knicks the title of best improvement. They're going to be the most improved team this year. I don't know if they'll win more than 40, 50 games, but they're going to look a lot better doing it than they did last year. Next!
Man, you know, I don't know what to say about this team right here now, because they got a traitor on it, bro. The Warriors. I love them.
Warriors.
I don't know how to go about rooting for them this season.
Mr. K effing D. How's it feel? How's it feel to be in Cali, KD? Now, everybody knows it was the biggest offseason move of the year, Mr. Kevin Durant decides to pack up and leave Oklahoma City, leave Russell Westbrook, and go to where? Oakland, California, baby, to play for the Warriors with the MVP of the year, two-time MVP, last 2 seasons MVP, Mr. Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green. I mean, the squad is lit, it's loaded, it's ready to go. Kevin Durant had all the choices in the world, 29 other teams to choose from, and you choose the freaking Warriors, dude. You choose the team that you were 48 minutes away from getting to the NBA Finals and facing LeBron and the Cavs. You choose the team that won 70 plus games. They lost 9 games, Kevin Durant. Do they really need you? Do they really need you, Kevin Durant? Left OKC, everybody was shocked. Of course, everybody in Oklahoma was upset. And listen, everybody talked about it all the time. I mean, Kevin Durant would cuss out media, tell the world that the media is stupid and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Anytime anyone would ever say that there may have been a little friction between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, and it seems like that might have been a lot truer than what Kevin Durant was letting on. Not only did he leave, but the dude that you back for, the dude that you go play, put the blood on the line on that court for, you don't even call him and let him know, hey Russ, I'm headed to Cali, y'all. I'm gonna play for the Warriors. You don't even have the decency to call him and tell him that. Matter of fact, y'all still haven't talked to this point since you decided to go play for the Warriors. So apparently that relationship was a lot worse off than a lot of us thought. I was believing you, KD. I thought y'all were BFFFs, best fucking friends forever. But apparently I was wrong. So it's gonna be really, really fun to see what exactly the Warriors put together. I mean, you got 2 MVPs, 2 of the MVPs in the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this team can score for days, for weeks, for centuries. I mean, I don't even know if I want to watch a Warriors game this year. They're going to demolish everyone that they play. Everyone! I mean, it's not going to be fair. Is it really worth watching? I mean, you tell me. Because, I mean, I don't want to watch an onslaught every game. I want competition. I want fire. I want it to go down to the 4th quarter. That game-winning shot. You'll never get that watching the Warriors game this year. And we already know that they're projected to go to the finals and face the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is what I hope to happen. It would be the biggest upset, and I don't know how long, probably ever, with as many players that they have on this squad. I'm calling for the Warriors to get bounced out the playoff. I don't even think they're going to make it to the finals. You heard me. I'm calling the Warriors to not even make it to the NBA Finals. It's my bold prediction of the year. You can't put all that goddamn talent on one team and think it's all going to come together and just be awesome. Screw that! Damn! What happened to the days with Jordan and Barkley and Pippen and Magic and all them boys? They would never do this! Blasphemous. Next!
Washington Wizards.
Now, everybody probably looking at me and thinking, why the fuck is she talking about the Washington Wizards? I know. Even Larissa asked me, and she doesn't even like sports like that. But she knows the Wizards are never really that relevant. But we can't deny that they have one of the best backcourt duos in the league in Bradley Beal and John Wall. And it turns out, we're starting to find out that they may not like each other very much. There's a little friction. John Wall talking about Bradley Beal's new contract. Bradley Beal, hey man, don't watch my money. I mean, it seems like these kids may have not been liking to play together a little bit more than anyone thought. Nobody ever heard of any friction whatsoever until recently. And maybe that's why the Washington Wizards haven't been able to get over the hump. Because you have to have chemistry, especially in sports like basketball and football. Everybody on that court and field have to be on the same page. And when your 2 star players don't really like to look at each other, that's a problem. So it's going to be so interesting to see how this story plays out over the season. Watch it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. They're going to be asking John Wall and Bradley Beal about it all the time. We will see how these players respond to adversity. They're young, they're talented, they have the world of possibilities in front of them. But if you can't get along with your teammates, it makes it for a hell of a doggish long season. And I look forward to watching the soap opera unfold. Next!
Aries, get them.
Ooh, it make me tingle. Sorry. Okay, now let's get on the Dallas Mavs. My team, my squad, my city. Now everybody knows I root for the Cowboys, and if you think I'm a Cowboy fan, you can't. Boy, you better watch me when I go with my Mavs. I love everything about my city, so of course I support my teams. And the Mavericks, hey, I know we're in the West. I know it's a dogfight in the West. It's packed with talent, squads that are ready to eat you every night. I mean, it's a dogfight every night in the NBA. If you're in the West, I get it. But we got that boy, that man, that German, Mr. Dirk Nowitzki. I know he's 37. I know he's been playing basketball a long time. He takes care of himself. He eats right. He trains well. And he is dynamic. I mean, this dude at 36 still had 9. Wait, that's 10. 30-plus games last season. You can't tell me that that's not magnificent. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be shooting 30 every other night, but I still think Dirk has enough to be a very, very impactful player for us. And look, we got the Warriors leftovers from the KD deal. So we got Bogut, who's a really, really good defender. People don't give him enough credit, but he's one of the top 5 centers that defend as well as he does in the league, okay? He can rebound and he can pass. He can pass for a big man, which is a rare commodity in the NBA. We got Harrison Barnes. Now, from the preseason, it looks like he's still having some issues finding the stroke in the shoot, okay? He shot bad in the preseason. He ended last season with the Warriors shooting bad, so I'm waiting. We paid this boy $90+ million, so Barnes, you better show up and show out. So even with the leftovers from the Warriors deal with Kevin Durant, we are still poised to be a good team, okay? Don't count the Mavericks out yet. We got Deron Williams coming back. He was a formidable point guard. I think coming back to the city of Dallas has regained his love and appreciation for the game of basketball. I feel like he's going to be great. We got Chandler Parsons out of there. His diva ass is in Memphis now. The good riddance. All you did was model on a damn bitch for 2 of the years you was here. So get your ass out of Dallas. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. But we have a good chance to do something this year. Do not count your Mavs out, MFFL Nation. We can still do something this year. Remember in 2011, nobody counted us to win the NBA championship. And then when we got to the finals and faced LeBron and the new Miami Heat squad, the big 3 in Miami Nation, and what do? We whooped that ass. So anything can happen when you make the playoffs. It's anybody's game. It's anybody's chance to create a Cinderella story, baby. And that could happen in Dallas this year. I really, 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 truly believe it. Now, in our division, we got San Antonio. I know. We got San Antonio in our division. One of the best teams in the league. Pop has that team ready to play year in and year out. They don't have Tim Duncan. He finally retired. But I still think that this squad is poised to put on another great season. Probably another 55+ win season. I mean, they're that good. You never count the Spurs out as long as Pop is running that organization. Then we got Memphis. I'm not worried about them. They, what's his face? Michael Conley, he signed back with him. Good job. And then they got Chandler Parsons. So good, great, whatever. And then we got Houston. Without Dwight Howard, they got Patrick Beverley that's going to be out for the first few weeks of the season. Now, all they got really right now is James Harden, okay? So we'll see what he's able to do with that squad. I'm excited for the NBA season. I'm excited for my Mavs. It's a good time of the year, baby. You got football on Sunday and Monday and a sorry-ass game that they play on Thursday. Then you got any day of the week where you can have a great matchup, and it all starts today. Now, by the time we have this show up, the first games of the year would have already commenced. We got the Cavs accepting their rings. They're gonna have the ring ceremony. They're gonna get the banner hung as the NBA champions. So it's gonna be fun. Everybody's gonna be watching. Everybody's gonna be tuning in. It's gonna be a great show. Root for your teams. Get locked in. Get loaded. Get your jerseys ready. Get your popcorn ready. Go on StubHub and Ticketmaster and get your tickets ready, because it's here, baby. The NBA is here. We're queer. My name is JoJo, and I'm out of here. I have to go drink a beer. Pop.